Like any good entrepreneur, I have to be hitting everything on all cylinders. And while I've had my main job and I've had side gigs, I don't have anymore any sort of structured side business. I'm here every day making a video, and I've gotten the process so streamlined, assuming that I have content, right? Most days I'm just sitting at my desk doing this. But on the days where I have a bit of content that has something visual, I feel the time that it takes me to go out and film and capture and edit is so minuscule. And then when I look at businesses and their videos and stuff that they've paid for, it is a daily video. I'm just being honest. That's my observation. Now, there's lots of things that are way better than what I do, but for the most part, like a small little 1-minute video that people have on their website page just is what I'm creating. So I'm doing these videos for free, and I'm sitting here thinking,
I gotta figure out how to make money on this thing. It's simply too good.
The real reason why I haven't tried to go back into doing more of a traditional freelance style or business style is because the process of working with the client and the process of going over revisions and negotiating a price and negotiating an expectation and a final product is just terribly time consuming. And so it's not worth it financially for me to pursue that in most cases, because I have a family and I have other personal endeavors and I have a job, it's a full-time job. So to put a bunch of energy and effort into something that often turns into just me not getting paid, or a client who takes a ton of my time for a video that's not really worth it. So all this to say, one of my goals for this spring, and I really have to hold myself to it, is to find a way, sort of a test pilot program, to see if I can pick one price that is very low and give one solid option. So one cost equals one video, and that's it. And the reason I'm saying all this is because I personally have a better time developing my ideas when I'm talking them out loud as opposed to writing them down into bullet points. It's sort of like when I memorize a script, I just read the script over and over and over, and eventually it becomes memorized. And that's sort of how I feel sometimes with ideas like this one, where I say them over and over, and eventually my pitch, my words, things work themselves out like a stand-up routine. And so that's why I'm talking. I'm using you as a tool to help me develop this idea. I would like to create a 2-minute video, like a commercial, if you will, that I just blast on social media, on my Facebook, on a lot of these town pages, on these local business pages, that is proposing that for $149, you can get a video from me. Here's how it works. You have a business, you have a side hustle, you have anything you want to make a video on, I will come and do a short 1-minute video for $149. Here's the kicker though. This is how I have to make it because that's super cheap for a video. Most videos, people are trying to milk $3,000-$5,000 out of you. And traditionally that might be the price point I'm going after. But if I can make it efficient enough, that $149 is absolutely doable, because I can make that money in 2 hours and also continue to do something that I love, and also make a meaningful difference, I think, in the video world. And let me explain what I mean by that. I want to go out and make you a video for your business that's effective, that opens the door and helps people realize that video production is a fun process. A lot of the times when I get involved with companies, they come at it almost on the defense of this is going to be really expensive, everything needs to be perfect, I need to dress up my business, I need to put on my best face, we're not ready, we need some more time to think about it, we need to go over the copy, can we see revisions? It's stop all of that, because this world, this content creation world that is the internet, is all about quantity and not even necessarily about quality. But I do think that you can still hit a really nice quality portion. You just sort of have to trust me. And so I want to put this out there where people can reach out and say, hey, we're just going to use an ice cream parlor as an example. I have an ice cream parlor. We want a bit of a video. Here's where the location is. Come make a video. And that's literally all that you do. And I pick a day I'll give you a heads up, okay, this Thursday I'm coming by your ice cream store. I'm going to film the outside. I'm going to film the inside. I'm going to maybe get a couple testimonials with some customers, a couple testimonials with some employees, all of this, God willing. But I'll come and manage all of that. You might even get a drone shot out of it. I'm going to be there for 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes at the most, and then I'm going to get out of there. And by the end of that day, by the night of that day, you're going to have a video in your inbox that is free for you to post on your social media, free for you to put in your footer on your email whenever you send something out. It's just a way for someone to come and get an idea of what your business looks like, what's the rigmarole. The vibe check that a video can provide is so much more powerful than any set of copy, any sort of graphic design. People want to see the experience, and because you have so many internet channels, that's all possible for you to post that on. Some examples that's not necessarily, let's say you don't have an ice cream shop, let's say you are a painting company. It might be worth it to you just to have me show up and you do a frequently asked questions video, right? And you come, like, what are all the questions that you get of how to prep your house before a painter comes and does it? Or what's the process? What should a customer expect? That can be super easy to execute. You just give me the questions, which if, I'm sure as you, the painter owner, have those off of the top of your head. Give me those questions. Either you can do them on camera, and I don't care how bad you are on camera. That does not bother me at all. I'm going to make you look good, because if you don't look good, I don't look good. We can use a teleprompter. We can use your most vivacious employee to do it instead, or hell, I'll do it. You give me the copy and I'll come talk about your business in front of your sign or whatever. There's just so many ways where it's like, let's not complicate this. Let's tear this back, make it fun again, make it easy, because we live in a world where there's so many technological advancements with cameras and technology and editing software. This process should not be getting more expensive and more time consuming, which is what all these video guys are going to want to try and do, because they're trying to squeeze the most money out of you. They're trying to get you over the barrel. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to have fun. I just like making videos, and I do it anyways every single day. Let me just make a couple bucks off of it, right? All while helping advertise myself, because frankly, you're going to post those videos. Other people are going to be like, I like that video. Where did you get it? And you're most likely going to say my name. So this is a grassroots effort where I have to start at the bottom, right? I'm not going for the $1,000 client. That person comes after maybe they've bought 2 of these videos, or even one where we've established trust. They understand my side of the process. They understand what I'm bringing to the table, not even in terms of skill, but just in terms of helping you navigate the logistics, because that is what you don't need to do. In fact, this process will be much easier if you allow me to do all the logistics and frankly, some of the more creative thinking in terms of the structure of the video, because you haven't made a video and you have a vision, and I want to hear your vision. I want to hear what you would like to see, but that's kind of where the buck should stop. And I don't mean that because people don't know what they're talking about and I'm some sort of god. That's not the point. The point is that I can look at what you're trying to achieve from a communication standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, and I can be like, okay, yeah, I've done something like that. Here's where I think we can put your business's personality in there. Here's where I can think we can kind of make a twist. Here's what I think is very eye-grabbing and eye-catching about your location. And I only have that because I only have those suggestions because I've just done this enough times. And frankly, even if you don't like it, or it's not like up to your standards, it's $150. You could record mostly anything, and as long as it's not inherently makes your business look bad, it's going to be worth the money, in my opinion, because again, this isn't about a video that you post once to your Facebook. This is a video that you send to clients along with the invoice or something to just keep the message of your business alive. And I see a lot of especially small local businesses that do the same thing. I use this example many times, but when I'm behind a plumber and it says, we do quality work for the fair price and we care about you or something, and it's just like that, those are words. What's the personality? What's the story? Why should I believe that? In a video of you or somebody talking about how your business works and telling some of the unique ways that you go about your customers or your process is going to be way more valuable and effective than a bunch of written copy, because people just have an affinity for videos, because they're highly manipulative. When it's music, shots, the amount of information you can crush into it, and honestly, with attention spans, people don't read. I don't read. If you have a video, I'm absolutely going to watch it. So this is like sort of the rough idea. All of this is to get at, how do I develop this 2-minute video to get kind of all of that across, to say, here's a video, here's an offer. It's very reasonable, I think, my opinion. I think it's going to be extraordinarily competitive for the product that you're getting. And it's gonna almost feel like it's a scam, but really what it is it's to get you in the door. It's to get you in the door. It's to get video in the door of not being this big, we are making a commercial. It's more like, hey, we're just having somebody come by and make a really quick thing. It's very little of your time. And ultimately it's effective. It's that balance. It's that ROI balance. And I think I can hit that pretty strong, but I need the business to be willing, to not over manage it, right? You have to just like trust me to just show up and make something, and you have to trust to be very hands off. And I think you'll be, very, very pleased. So that's the goal. So I'm again, this is sort of like V1 of this whole pitch. And I want to continue to refine it. And if we ever get a nice sunny day again, I would like to film it and then blast that out. So hopefully as this goes on, I have my marathon here on Saturday, and that's been a huge part of my like mental faculty focus. But as that ends, I'd like to immediately transition into trying to build something that I can just kind of set and forget, and have an easy way to just, I want to say make money, but really what this is I just want to prove something, which is that people are way overthinking video and visual communication. They just absolutely are. It does not need to be expensive. It does not need to be time consuming, and it doesn't have to be risky. It really doesn't. It should be easy. It should be inclusive and diverse and repeatable, like getting your something cleaned, getting your car detailed. You don't need to go and have 6 phone interviews with the guy detailing your car, because you trust he's going to do a quality job. He knows what to look for. He's seen it again. You just go, you take it, you know what to expect. That's where this industry needs to be, not in the opposite direction, which is that you need to have a storyboard and meet with 3 producers. And it's ridiculous. And it doesn't need to cost you $25,000 for a commercial. It really doesn't. I mean, I'm seeing numbers that are astounding. $2,500 for a 1.5 minute video, and that 1.5 minute video is like, now I'm just ranting, but that's the point.